Yes, students, welcome to the lecture of hydraulic engineering. So, in the earlier lectures, we have discussed about open channel flow, and we have seen also about the classification of the flow through open channel. After dealing with that topics, let us move to our next topic, that is discharge through open channels by Chazy's formula. Okay, discharge through open channel by Chazy's formula. So, for the derivation of this formula, let us consider a uniform open channel. What do we mean by uniform open channel? The uniform open channel means the depth of the channel, the area of the channel and the cross section of the channel remains same throughout the length of the channel, remains same throughout the length of the channel. Such type of channel is known as uniform channel. Let us consider one uniform channel. So, in that uniform channel, let us consider two sections, that is 1 and 2 Let us consider two cross sections, and let the length between the two cross sections be L. Let the length between the two cross sections be L. Let A be the area of flow of water. Okay. What is L? L is length of flow between two sections, length of the channel between two sections, that is our L. Area is let A be area of the flow of water. I is slope of the bed. As you know that there is no external apart from atmospheric pressure, there is no other force acting on an open channel. The flow in the open channel is due to gravity. We make it by making our horizontal bed in an inclined position. We give some slope to our bed so that the water in the open channel or liquid in the open channel moves under the gravity. So, let I be the slope of the channel. Here you can see with respect to horizontal, this inclination is nothing but I. This inclination is nothing but I. Generally, sometimes we represent inclination with theta, but here we are representing slope with small letter I. Okay, I is slope of the bed. V is mean velocity of the flow. V is mean velocity of the flow of water. Let P be wetted perimeter of the cross section. Let P be wetted perimeter of the cross section, and F is frictional resistance per unit velocity per unit area. Let small f be frictional resistance per unit velocity per unit area. So, now this is all about considering an open channel flow. Okay, we have considered a uniform flow in a water channel. What do we mean by uniform flow? The depth, the area and the velocity of the water throughout the length of the channel remain same. Throughout the length of the channel remain same. That is the meaning of uniform flow. Now, let us consider the weight of the water between section 1 and 2. Between section 1 and 2, let us find the weight of the water. Let capital W be the weight of water between sections 1 and 2. Let capital W be the weight of water between section 1 and 2. Okay. So, how to find weight of the water? Specific weight small w into specific weight into volume. Specific weight of water into volume gives the weight of the water between section 1 and 2. So, specific weight remains same, that is nothing but our small w. Specific weight remains same. Specific weight remains same, small w. What is the volume? Volume of water is nothing but area into, what is the volume of water? Area into length. Area into length of the channel gives the volume of the water. So, here the capital W, that is nothing but weight of water between section 11 and 22, becomes as specific weight into area into length. Now, if we resolve this our weight of the water into its components, the component of sign will be in the direction of flow of water. This is nothing but our flow of water, direction of flow of water, direction of flow of water. Component of W along the direction of flow of water is W sin I. What is the weight? Okay, weight of the water, component of water along the direction of the flow. So, component of W capital W along the direction of flow, along the direction of the flow, or in the direction of flow you can say, in the direction of flow is W sin I. Okay. We know that the value of W from this above equation is specific weight of water into area into velocity. So, substitute that over here, that is W into A, small w into A into L into sin I, sin I. This is nothing but our component of W in the direction of flow is small w, specific weight of water into area into length into sin I, The next frictional, after calculating the component of flow, in the direction of flow, the next is frictional resistance. Next we need to find frictional resistance. Frictional resistance against the motion of flow, against motion of flow. Of flow is given by frictional resistance small f, frictional resistance per unit velocity per unit area into frictional resistance into surface area into velocity to the power of n, velocity to the power of n into velocity to the power of n. The experimental value of this n will be around 2. The experimental value of n will be around 2 for open channel flow. And what is the surface area? Perimeter into length. Perimeter into length will be nothing but surface area. So, from this the frictional resistance become F into, okay, what is our surface area? Perimeter into length into velocity to the power n. What is the value of n? N value is 2. So, the frictional resistance against the motion of the flow becomes F into P into L into V square. Remember here P is nothing but perimeter, it is not the pressure, it is wetted perimeter of the cross section. Let it be as equation 2 of frictional resistance, and there's a component of W in the direction of the flow, let it be as equation 1. Let it be as equation 1. Now, let us find the forces acting on the water. Now, let us resolve all these forces acting on the water between the section 11 and 22. Between section 11 and 22, 1 and 2, between section 1 and 2, In the open channel, the forces which are acting are the first one is component of weight acting in the direction of the flow. Okay, component of the weight of water along flow direction is the first force. Second force is frictional resistance against the motion. Against motion of water. The third one is pressure force. The third is pressure force at section 1. Fourth one is pressure force at section 2. At section 2. Pressure force at section 2. These are the forces which are acting between section 1 and section 2 basically. So, the thing is that as the depth of the section at section 1 and section 2 remain same, as the depth remains same, the value of pressure which is acting at section 1 and section 2 is same, and they are opposite in direction, as the depth of the section depth of the channel at section 1 and section 2 is same. The pressure force which is acting at section 1 and the pressure force which is acting at section 2 is of same value, and they are opposite in direction, hence they cancel each other. So, these two forces gets nullified. Because they are of same magnitude and opposite in direction. If we resolve, and as this is a uniform flow, there is no acceleration acting on the flow of water. As this is a uniform flow, there is no acceleration acting on the water. Hence, the algebraic sum of forces on resolving these two forces is 0. The algebraic sum of these two forces is 0. So, for the uniform flow, the resultant will be 0. Resultant of two forces, as these 3 and 4 get nullified to each other after cancelling these two, the resultant of 1 and 2, the resultant of force 1 and 2, the one is component of water along flow direction and the other is frictional resistance against the motion of the water, which we have derived here in equation 1 and equation 2. So, the resultant of equation 1 and equation 2 is 0. So, now let us write the algebraic sum of equation 1 and equation 2. So, it comes as component of water along the direction of flow. It is small w into area into length into sin I. This frictional resistance is in negative direction, minus what is our frictional resistance? F into P in perimeter into length into velocity square is 0. Velocity square is 0. So, on sending this frictional resistance force against the motion of water to other side, it becomes W into A into L into sin I is equal to F into P into L into V square. F into P into L into V square. So, from this let us take the value of V. Keep the V at one side and send rest all other to other side. V square is specific weight into area into length into sin I divided by F into perimeter into length. F into perimeter into length. So here if we separate these quantities, V square is equal to, let us write W by F at one side into A by P, L gets cancelled into sin I. L value gets cancelled. So if we look at here, the value of V square is W by F into A by P into sin I. So what happens over here is, A by P, the quantity A by P, if you recall that A by P is wetted area by perimeter. A by P generally, A by P is nothing but hydraulic mean depth or hydraulic radius, which is denoted with letter small m. Area, wetted area by perimeter is nothing but hydraulic radius. Or hydraulic mean depth, okay, that is denoted with small m, and the value under root W by F, the value under root by F is our, how we will get under root W by F? Now look at over here, if you send the square to other side, what it becomes? V is equal to under root W by F into under root area by perimeter into sin I, area by perimeter into sin I. Let this equation be equation 3. Let this equation be equation 3. So W by F is nothing but under root W by F, the value under root W by F is denoted as C, which is nothing but Chase's constant, which is denoted with capital letter C, which is our Chase's constant. Chase's constant, we call it as Chase's constant. So on substituting the value of A by P is equal to m and under root W by F is equal to C in equation 3, substitute in equation 3, then the velocity will be, velocity becomes as the value of under root W by F is C into under root, the what is the value of under root A by P? It is small m into sin I, For smaller values of I, the value of sin I and tan I will be approximately equal to I itself. For the smaller value of I, the value of sin I and tan I will be equal to the value of I itself for smaller values. So this formula becomes as V is equal to C into under root mi. Velocity is equal to, velocity in an open channel flow is equal to C into under root mi. This is nothing but the formula for velocity. If we talk about discharge, discharge is equal to area into velocity. Discharge is equal to area into, what is the value of velocity? C into under root mi. C into under root mi. So this is the discharge through open channel flow. This is through this is the value of discharge through open channel flow. So let us write once again, what is the velocity, what is the formula for velocity? The formula for velocity in an open channel flow is equal to, V is equal to C into under root mi, where C is Chase's constant. C is Chase's constant. The value of m is A by P, area, wetted area by perimeter. I is slope. I is slope of the bed. Slope of bed. and the discharge will be written as area into velocity. Area into velocity is C under root mi. This is the value of velocity and discharge through open channel flow. This is the value of velocity and discharge through open channel flow. Hope you people have understood this concept. Yes, students, after deriving the Chazy's formula, that is discharge through an open channel, let us see some numerical examples on this topic. So, the question is as follows: find the velocity of the flow and rate of the flow. Find the velocity of flow and rate of flow of water through an rectangular channel of 6 meter wide and 3 meter deep when it is running full. The channel is having bed slope as 1 in 2000. Take Chazy's constant C is equal to 55. So, this is the numerical question given to us. So, now let us solve this question. So, the first of all, what we need to find out? We need to find out, as given in the question, velocity of the flow. First of all, we need to find out velocity of the flow. Velocity of the flow is given by V is equal to C into under root mi. So, this is the formula of velocity of flow in an open channel, and we need to find out rate of flow. What do we mean by rate of flow? Q, discharge, is equal to area into velocity. Area into velocity. So, first of all, we will be finding out velocity and then we will be substituting it in the formula of discharge to get the rate of flow. So, first of all, write the given things. What it is given? It is a rectangular channel of 6 meter wide. So, width of the rectangular channel is 6 meters. Depth is given as 3 meters. Depth is given as 3 meters. Okay. Slope is denoted with y. Small letter I. It is given as 1 in 2000. What do we mean by 1 in 2000? That is nothing but 1 by 2000. 1 by 2000. 1 in 2000, we can write it as 1 by 2000, and Chazy's constant is given as 55, and the Chazy's constant is given as 55. So, to calculate velocity, which is given by the formula V is equal to C into under root mi, we have the value of C, we have the value of I. Let us find out the value of m. Small m is nothing but area by perimeter. Area by perimeter. The value of small m is area by perimeter. Here the perimeter is wetted perimeter of the channel. Wetted perimeter of the channel. Let us assume that this is as rectangular channel. Let us assume that rectangular channel. So, to which surfaces the water is attached, the value the perimeter will be taken for that respective side only. Suppose this is the level of the water in the rectangular channel. So, what will be the perimeter? The perimeter will be this depth, this width and this depth. So, in general, what do we mean by perimeter of a rectangular channel? It will be nothing but addition of all for two width and two depths. Okay, but here as this here the value is of wetted perimeter, we will not be considering the surface width. Will be not be considering the surface width. So, here the perimeter will be, the perimeter of the rectangular channel will be P is equal to B plus 2D, B plus 2D, which is 6 plus 2 into 3, that is 12 meter, which is around 12 meters. Perimeter is 12 meters. And what will be the area? Area is width into depth. 18 meter square. So to calculate the value of m, substitute p, the value of p and a in this above equation. M is equal to, what is area? 18 meter square. 18 meter square by, what is the value of perimeter? 12 meter. So the value of m will be, on dividing 18 with 12, will be getting the value as 1.5. What will be the units? It is meter, 1.5 meter. Substitute these values in the value of velocity. The velocity v will be given by c into under root m into I. V is equal to, what is the value of chassis constant? 55 into under root, the value of m is 1.5 into value of I is 1 by 2000. Value of I is 1 by 2000. If we solve this equation, the value of velocity will be around 1.506 meter per second. On substituting this value of v, now we have got the velocity of the flow. Now the rate of flow, which is given by q, is equal to area into velocity. Area into velocity. What is the area? Area is 18 meter square. 18 into velocity is 1.506. The rate will be around, rate of flow, that is q, will be around 27.108 meter cube per second. Meter cube per second. This is the value of velocity and rate of discharge, rate of flow basically. This is the value of velocity and rate of flow. Let us see one more example on this topic. Find the question is as follows. Find the slope of the bed of a rectangular channel of width 5 meter when depth of water is 2 meter and rate of flow is given as 20 meter cube per second. Take chassis constant c is equal to 50. Find the slope of the bed. What we need to find out? The value of small I. Slope of the bed is denoted with letter small I. Small I we need to find it out. Okay. What is given? Width of the channel. This is a rectangular channel. Okay. Width of the channel is 5 meters. Depth is given as 2 meter. Rate of flow q. Value of q is given as 20 meter cube per second. The value of chassis constant is 50. The value of chassis constant is 50. So we know that the formula for discharge q is equal to v into a, velocity into area. What is the area into, what is the formula of velocity? According to chassis, c into under root mi. So q is equal to a into c into under root mi. So this is the formula for rate of flow. As rate of flow 20 meter cube per second is given in the problem, we will find the area. The area of the rectangular channel is, area is equal to width into depth. 5 into 2 is 10 meter square. And to calculate the value of m, which is area by perimeter, area is 10 meter square by perimeter. What is the perimeter? Formula for perimeter for rectangular channel is b plus 2d. b plus 2d. What is b? 5. Okay. 2 into what is depth? Depth is 2 meters. So it will be, the perimeter will be around 9. The perimeter will be around 9. So to find the value of m, area by perimeter, area is 10 meter square and perimeter is 5 plus 4, that is 9 meter. 9 meter. So the value of m is 10 by 9. The value of m is 10 by 9. Substitute all these values in this equation. The value of q is given as 20 meter cube per second. 20 meter cube per second is equal to, area is 10. Area is 10 into chassis constant is 50. 50 into under root, what is the value of m? 10 by 9 into, we need to calculate the value of I. We need to calculate the value of I. So keep this I at one side and rest send rest all to other side. So it becomes 10 by 9 into I is equal to 20 by 10 into 50 under root. So from here I is equal to 9 by 10 into under root 20 by 10 into 50. The value of slope of the bed I on calculating this will be around 1 by 694.44. So this is nothing but the value of slope I. I is equal to 1 by 694.44, or if we round it off to nearest value, it will be 1 in 695. It will be 1 in 695. The value will be around 1 in 695. Hope you people have understood this problem.